first thing you do is come into this room and pick out a camera. I'll take number 22. It's on the box, the number. This is D3200. The number is also right on the top of the camera. Now the first thing you want to do is put this camera around your neck, and it needs to stay, this strap needs to stay around your neck for the entire time that you have the camera checked out. Then find your photo on this seating chart right here, and then write the number 22 right next to your photo. Alright, the next thing you do is you want to check the battery, and you just turn the camera on. It's right there. Turn the camera on, see how it's on? And there are bars right there. And then if there's only one bar, then you need to change the battery. The battery compartment is on the bottom of the camera. Take the battery out. Put the dead battery in a charger. Grab a charged battery out of the charged battery box right here, and then put it in the camera. Whenever you check out a camera, make sure and look at this poster right here, and make sure you have checked all of these things right here. To put the SD card in, it goes right over here on the side. You flip open the little door, and the SD card goes in right like this with the notch. Upper left corner. And it just locks right in. Close the door. You need to be very careful with this door. This door always needs to be shut. Always. To check the ISO, right now the ISO is at 1600. You see that right there? All right, so you click the little eye right there, and then you can use this little arrows to go right up to ISO, and then you can change it to be whatever you want. Put it on 400, and then you can click the eye again, and that's how you change the ISO. To change the format, again, click the eye, and then we'll use the arrows to go up to, it says RAW right now, and we shoot in RAW, so that's fine, but it might be on fine, which is actually JPEG, so we want to click that, put it back on RAW, not RAW plus F, just RAW. Now the mode dial is right on top, and right now it is on manual. It's the M, and then the A is right next to it, which is aperture priority, and right next to that is shutter priority, and then the green is auto. To change focus mode, or to make sure you have the right focus mode, look at the back LCD screen and click the eye, and then navigate right here where it says AF or A. Now that might say MF, which would be, somebody set it to manual focus. Let's put it back to autofocus, and then right below it, we do not want it to be in auto area. We like to shoot in single point focus. It's easier to focus, I believe. Depends on what you're shooting, but that's a good one right there. That's how you change that. Now, something to consider It's really easy. Do you see this right here? If I just use the little arrows, it moves that around, and what that is the focus point. It's probably best right now to have it right in the middle, but you can actually move that around, and it's a good thing to check because people inadvertently move that around, like the person that used this camera right before you did. Now, speaking of focus, on the lens, the side of 90% of our lenses, there's an A and an M. The A is for autofocus and the M is for manual focus. Okay? If your photos are coming out nice and in focus, but what you're seeing through the viewfinder right here is super blurriness, what that means is, you look over here, it's hard to see, but there's a little scroll wheel right there. And that scroll wheel is for changing the viewfinder to your vision. It probably got changed to someone else's vision, so you just use the scroll wheel, look in there and use the scroll wheel until everything's in focus, and then it'll be fine. Now the white balance. The white balance right there, WB, you can barely see it right there. It's on auto because the mode dial is on auto right there. The mode dial's on auto, so it's on auto right now. And so that's fine, but if we put the mode dial on M, then the white balance is still auto, but we could change it if we wanted to. And so if we wanted to go right up here to the white balance, we could have it on incandescent or fluorescent, direct sunlight, and we could make changes to it, so on and so forth. Most of the time, auto white balance works just great. And it's something that if you don't like the white balance, you could change it in post-production, in editing. Exposure compensation. What that is it shows up right there. And sometimes that gets changed. So what happens is people accidentally change that, and you could go in, and if it was a different number, for instance, if someone had changed it to 3.3, let's say, that's going to make everything darker. The exposure is going to be lower. And so if you're taking photographs, and it's not at 0.0, or it's +2, or it's at -3, you can just go in and change it back to 0. You want it to be 0. Okay, until you really know what you're doing. All right, so that might get inadvertently changed. So you want to make sure it's 0. To reformat the memory card, what you want to do is you go into the menu. So let's click menu. And then use that icon right there, the wrench, and then go all the way up, to the wrench. Okay, and then go up to where it says format memory card, and then you click OK. Go up to yes, click OK. It takes everything off the card, makes it like it's brand new again. Okay, it's the only way to get everything off of the card. If you want to see what is on the card, you want to see your photos while it's in the camera, then just hit this little arrow icon, that little button right there, and if you get this message, folder contains no images, what it means is that you shot those photos with another version of the camera. Let's say this is a D3200, but you shot with a D3100 last time. No problem, just go into menu and go up to the little arrow icon, go over to playback folder, and where it says current, we want to change that to all. Then you will be able to see the photos that you shot. When you're done with the camera and you're ready to put it back, make sure you've turned it off, and make sure that this door is closed after you take your SD card out. It needs to be completely closed. Very important. And then take the camera and carefully place it in the box, and then carefully place the strap in the box as well.